And there we are. We are live, living large, and in charge. Hey, everybody. It's me, Wilma
Hello.
Fingerdew, the suet pudding with the one and only Chloe Demure. Um, there we go. Oh, good. Now I can see us, but I had
Great.
to enlarge my screen, which means, oh, if I do that, then I can't see comments, but then I can never see the comments anyway. I'm terrible.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't,
need to watch us.
we need to get a
Uh,
moderator.
yeah, right.
Read out the comments and be like,
It's so
hey,
funny. Oh, Aunt B's here. Hey, Aunt B.
yay, hey.
Thanks for the virtual hug. What the flapjacks? Talking to myself. Elbow cough. Ooh. And Dixie Ray. She said hello a couple hours ago, so she might not be back yet. So it's just Aunt B and Chloe and I, which is good. I'm all right with that. I wish we could see Aunt B. That would be more fun.
100%.
um, now. So we're doing a color pop makeup party, and the
Color
reason
pop?
we're doing
Color pop?
sorry, no, I'm having a clearly I'm having a stroke because I hate color pop. Um, you'd have to kill me to make me do a makeup party with color pop. Um, yeah, no kidding. No, with CColor Cosmetics. Now, what happened was Chloe and I are on a year-long no-buy, which I broke for my birthday because Artitude Cosmetics got that man-eater palette up in my grill, and I had to get me some. And then CColor Cosmetics, which is a great little independent little company that does they dupe they started off by duping palettes, and then they recently in the last Darcy's here. Hey, Darcy. Hey, Joanne.
Hey, Darcy.
And so when I first saw CColor, it was because they were duping Jeffree Star palettes, like the Blue Blood palette, which they released as this one, which is called Blue Sky, and then the Bloodlust, which they released as Purple Rain. But these are the exact color story layouts to those Jeffree Star palettes. And the reason I bought these was because, Jeffree Star's a douchebag. And I just wanted to see what the color stories were like. And I have to say, I still have no idea how to use this Bloodlust Purple Rain color story. It's very odd. There's just some very odd colors in it. Like this green doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't care who you are. It's a weird color. But CColor as a company, I've always been impressed with because they are really good quality. I mean, they could pack their pigments tighter. I find them a little kick-uppy, dusty, but they have good pigment. There's good blendability. They build well. I've really never had a problem with them, but I will say I can see why they're not as expensive as some companies because it's just not as good a quality. But it's better than, say, Profusion or
Color
Makeup
pop.
Revolution, some of the Makeup Revolution stuff. So they're going out of business. And they may still be up and active. I checked their website yesterday. It was still there. 90% off. If anything's still there, it's 90% off. Now, they have a note on there because I think Chloe and I complained. But when they ship it out at the regular cost. So if the palette was $12, that's what they say in the shipping it cost, even if you pay $2 for it. And so I had to pay, I think, $23 in duty to get it in, as well as the delivery cost, which was another, I think, $15. I would have paid that $23 anyway. So for me, the trouble to go and get that $23 reduced was just, it made me tired just thinking about it. So I didn't, but Chloe did, didn't you?
I did. Well,
Yeah,
because
'cause
it ended up being mostly the UPS. Yes, it was mostly UPS fees. So
Yeah.
once I kind of figured out and I got a copy of what the breakdown was, because they wanted to charge me $45, and it was $9 duty, GST, and the rest was UPS charges, additional on
Oh
top
my
of the
God.
Yeah. So once I figured that out, after being on hold with Canada government to find out how to get my money back, because I thought it was a good chunk on duty. And I'm like, oh, they're charging duty and taxes on the full amount versus the $5.95 that I spent for all the makeup. And it ended up being UPS costs. So I just went to UPS and I said, dudes, I'm like, I can send you the updated invoice, but for $5, I'm not paying these fees. That's absolutely ridiculous. You can like take it back. And they ended up wiping out the fees. They just said, pay the duty and good. So I paid $9 and I think 70
Oh, good for you.
And then that was it. So everything else they took off.
As I say, I only paid 23 in total. Like I don't know where they got you for, but for me it was not as expensive. So I just didn't worry about it. Darcy from Saint Angel Sinners is here, and I just want to send a shout out to her because tomorrow she launches her fairy tale palette, which I have. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it.
I live in hope that it still comes by tomorrow, but
Chloe and I were going to have a makeup party with this palette today, but her Canada Post people are making her crazy, and they said it was delivered yesterday and it's not, and so there's a whole other thing. She's either being charged too much for her mail or she's not getting it. Period. So boo and hate on Canada Post, but. So we decided that we would own up the fact that we broke our no-buy for this CColor Cosmetic 90% off sale. And so that's why we're having the makeup party. Well,
I mean, it was worth it for all of this, for technically.
Yeah, what did you get now? Let me see what you got in the sale.
So I bought their little set of brushes that they had.
Nice,
very soft.
Yeah.
And then
I have both their sets. They have 2 sets on that site, and I have both of them, and they're fabulous.
Yeah. And then I was running out of black eyeliner, so I picked up one of their black eyeliners.
I got a black eyeliner too. I got a pencil though. I've been into pencils lately because I've been hating liquid eyeliners.
Gotcha.
So I got a CColor pencil.
So I got the Fantasy Glow Kit, which was the highlighter.
Nice.
Then I got the lip kit. So it comes with a lipstick, liquid lip, and a lip pencil.
Yeah.
And then I picked up 3 palettes. So I got the Empowered Excellence.
Yeah.
Which is that beautiful color story there.
Yeah, I love that. I have that. Yeah.
Then I got Fiesta All Day.
Yeah, that's an excellent palette. That
gorgeous color story there. And then I added in at the last minute because I thought for the shipping cost, I might as well add something else in there. And then I threw in this one called Violet Festival. Which,
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all these mostly purpley shades there. So yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah, so it was the $5.95 US, then the $9 for the duty, and then the shipping was pretty good. I think it was $10 or $15. So I guess it was almost like getting the shipping for free, the duty and everything for free, and then a few bucks, right? So,
right. I just want to say hi to Manuela, aka Makeup Therapy. She's here.
Hey, Name Twin.
And Aunt B, of course, is here. Now, I got their face palette, which is this. So over here is contours. Next to that is bronzers, then highlighters and blushes. And these 2 blushes are really good. But yeah, I think that was only $3. And then I got the blush palette Blossom. But the funny thing about this is this looked way more pinky red on the website, and now that I have it, it looks a little more corally brown, but it swatches very bright, so I'm not hating it.
I'm kicking myself for getting that. I remembered highlighter, but I forgot blush. It's like, damn it.
You brought her, you highlighter. I got the black waterproof eyeliner pencil, but it's a resin pencil, which I don't mind, but I always have trouble sharpening them. I don't know what it is. It's me. I also got a mascara from them because I'm getting low on the other ones. And then I got this palette, Death Valley.
Yeah, that
And
one
the
looked
reason I
good.
got this one was I just really loved the color story when I saw it on their website. In person, it's not as intense. It's fine. The colors are fine, but it just doesn't look as impressive in person
I like the
as when.
packaging. It's very Art Deco looking. I like that.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
what's
It looks like Death on the Nile or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
So
exactly. Exactly.
yeah, and then I already have from them the Fiesta All Day palette, the Bold and Beautiful palette, and the Powered Excellence palettes because they kind of were released all at the same time. And as I said, CColor kind of made their name by being a dupe company, but those three palettes, there was a fourth one, like a rose, something rose.
Yeah.
They were the first times that they went out on their own. These aren't dupes of anything, and they're not bad. I don't mind them. There's some pressed glitters in them that are not horrible. I don't mind pressed glitter. I hate to waste a pressed glitter in a makeup palette because I have glitter. I don't need pressed glitter. Also, pressed glitter doesn't always work.
True story.
It
Yeah.
can be a bit of an annoyance. And then I think I just showed these. These are the two dupes that they have for Jeffree Star. His Bloodlust, which they sell as Purple Rain, and Blue Blood, which they sell as Blue Sky. And this palette here is gorgeous. The pigmentation in this is spectacular. And then I also have, because I had in my collection over the last year or two, I have some liquid lips, 2 liquid lips from them. I also have 2 of the lip kits, the purplier one and then the more red one.
That's the
And
one
then
I
I
have.
also have this, which is a holographic lipstick. This is meant to go on your lip, and let me see if I can show it better here. This just is very bright. You can use this as like a highlighter on your cheeks, but I use it on my lips instead of lip gloss. It makes my lips look shiny and yummy. And I don't hate lip gloss, but I always find it just distracts me. I feel a little, the worst ones anyway.
Yeah, I find it's either excellent or it's garbage. There's nothing in between,
Yeah.
when it comes to lip glosses. But, I also have that palette from you, but I forgot to bring it up.
Oh, that's the peach, the mimosa one, the peach one?
Yeah, the one that you sent me from CColor. Yeah.
Yeah. That was just one I think I got because if you got one more, they were cheaper, and I never used it, so I sent that to you.
Yeah. No, that's a nice. The colors are more really good for putting as a base and then using another palette because they're pretty light, but they're nice as base colors for sure.
I'm going to try and use. I'm going to definitely use the Death Valley one, but I'm going to start by using the Bold and Beautiful one. There's a purple in here, purple blue.
Nice.
And then this pink right here, they're just stunning. That's the pink and there's the purple. And so I think I'm going to try and use those. I've been lately trying to use pinks and purples because I don't normally.
Yeah, same.
Just trying to expand my horizons, so to speak.
Yeah, pinks and purples always seem to be the hardest to, I don't know, not look like you have pink eye or look.
It's all about eyeliner and lashes with pink.
Yeah, for sure.
And until you get the eyeliner and lashes on, you just look ill.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use the little brush.
Rex Trek is here.
Oh, there it is. So yeah, I don't know which palette I want to use. I did bring out my glitter glue just in case.
Nice. Yeah, I understand why people are not fans of pressed glitter. And as I say, I always feel like it's a waste in a palette. I'd rather it be a separate thing.
Yeah.
Because then...
Yeah, I was going to say my original problem with glitter, because I think the first ones I ever tried were those ones that were kind of suspended in like a gel.
Yeah.
And those never in palette form or loose form.
ColourPop did gel glitters that were
Yeah,
just
I don't
awful.
think they work very well, and I think that's
No,
probably why I disliked them so much was the
right?
yeah, that was why.
I
So I've
think I
tried a
just
few
want to
other
do a
ones.
bright color. I posted my finally my makeup and movie using the Artitude Maneater palette, and I think I said in the video that I had to film that 3 times because the video didn't take, and so I've been using this like dark blacks and greens for the last couple of days, and so this is kind of I'm excited because this is like me kind of going woohoo, using other colors.
All right, so what do I want to use?
I did want to do the fairy tale one because I think Darcy's formula for duochromes and multichromes is so gorgeous. She has one called, I think it's Together. The little one, it's 6, and it's just 6 shimmer, and they're the most incredible, delicate things you've ever put on, your eyelid. And Erica Conger was on her YouTube channel. She has a new video out where she's comparing using primer or using black on her eyelids underneath duochromes and multichromes and seeing what the difference was. And it was really impressive. So I was actually looking forward to working with the Fairy Tale palette because I wanted to do the black eyelid thing myself. And because ColourPop just doesn't have, I guess, the money to do duochromes. There aren't any in their palettes, which is fine with me. I'm not the big, like, after seeing Erica use a black base, I'm actually more inclined to use multichromes and duochromes because it really brought out like strong colors from them. But as a drag queen, especially under bright lights, the duochromes really don't show up with me.
Yeah,
So,
I love them. I always think like duochromes and multichromes are more for other people because unless you're looking at in a window and seeing all the different shifts, it's almost more for other people to enjoy.
Yeah. It's like some pressed glitters, for instance, like you see them in the pan, and it's like, oh, but you have to be so careful to put them on or they don't go on like they look in the pan.
No, exactly. All right, what am I doing?
So Chloe got me hooked on this terrible TV show, and I feel like the biggest girl.
All right, so you're watching Car SOS?
Oh my God, Car SOS. It's a British show, and these 2 guys who couldn't be cuter. The white guy's like 6'5". I had no idea he was so tall. I love tall men because I'm 6'4". He's a tall drink of water, and the other one's got to be 6 foot, 6'1" or 2 anyway. But they refurbish cars for people who, for one reason or another, had a car they were working on and then couldn't work on it. A lot of the times it's due to an illness either within themselves or the family. And so because of that, by the end of the episode, I'm crying like a big old girl. It's just terrible. I'm just like, oh, he's driving his car. But I really like those 2 guys because, there's shows like Pimp My Ride and stuff where they're all trying to be cool, and it's like, grow up.
Yeah, like Tim's an intellectual too. He's like an engineer. He apparently he invented things. You can still buy his inventions, so he's constantly inventing things. And then when he went for some kind of like engineering exam or whatever, he got 100% on all his tests. He was the first person in England to ever do it. So
is that the tall guy?
He's got a massive IQ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because he certainly doesn't come off like a know-it-all or a smart guy. He's not stupid.
No,
but he's the one that barters for everything, and he's just. It embarrasses me to watch him. Like, oh, I'll give you 2. Somebody says it's 400 pounds. 200 in your hand. 200. It's like, well, it's not 400.
Well, and then I like
Just-
all the little science experiments that he does. He always like,
Yeah.
okay, if I can impress you, will you give me this for free? And they're all like, yeah, whatever, impress me. And then he does some
Yeah.
crazy science thing, and they're all like, oh, damn it.
Oh, I'm
it's
still in
free.
season 1. He hasn't done any of that yet.
Yeah, wait till you see. Like, it's
Well,
absolutely
and then the other thing is, because this is season 1, nobody knows who they are, so they're able to fool people easier.
yeah.
So they'll come and get the car, take it away without the owner knowing, because they have help from spouse, family, whoever, and then they kind of show up at some event and start talking to them, and of course they don't know who they are. But how many seasons have they done, Eric?
11 is just finishing now.
Yeah. So nowadays, I'm sure it's very, very difficult for them to surprise anybody.
They still do really good. You have to see all of Tim's little shenanigans. So, they for the most part, they sometimes have to be now more careful when they're in a neighborhood, because if the neighbors see them, because then they get worried, will the neighbors spill the bean, right? Like, hey,
Yeah.
our SOS guys take your car. What's with that, right?
Yeah, because neighborhoods, British or not, nosy.
Yeah. And then Fuzz is a musician. He was a drummer. So he was he's worked with some of my favorite bands, being their drummer.
Wow.
So yeah, and he has a couple solo albums out. So
wow.
Yeah. So when he says, "Oh, when I was a drummer, I'm a drummer," he's still a drummer. So
I was watching just one recently where the family that they got the car from all work for the double-decker bus line in their region, and he's a bit of a bus freak. He loves buses, so it was really funny watching him kind of geek out over these buses.
Yeah, I think that was one of his first jobs, was working with buses. So so he gets obsessed with them. Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been watching them I kind of, if I watch a show too long, I have stress dreams about it.
Oh no.
Yeah, one show that, have you heard of Pluto TV?
No.
So PlutoTV.com, just go to PlutoTV.com. It's a streaming site, and they have all these TV shows. So like they have the Happy Days channel, but it's not just Happy Days, it's Laverne and Shirley. It's all of that, all of those Norman Lear, or not Norman Lear, all of those shows. And I just love it. Like the other day, I grew up with All in the Family, and I know it's a horrible show to watch now because Archie Bunker was so racist, but he was also so ignorant and stupid, and that was the point. And I grew up with that, and I loved Edith, so it was easy to kind of ignore Archie because Edith was there. But it was the first show I think that ever had a drag queen on it, and it was Beverly Leslie was her name on the show. And she was on a couple of episodes, and the first one was her. She passed out in the back of Archie's cab, and he gave her mouth to mouth and saved her life. And then finds out she's a dude, and he keeps calling her a fag, or not to her face. Like when he's talking to her, he's actually trying to be as socially correct as that, which isn't the term. He's just being polite at the But it's so funny how much of a ignorant, like he's just ignorant. That's the thing with Archie. He's just ignorant. It's not that he's not like, he has this huge argument with Michael Rob Reiner, his son-in-law.
Meatball? Isn't it Meatball?
Meathead.
Yeah.
He's Polish, and he keeps calling him that Polak, and it's just awful. And so Mike has this argument with him: if you knew that she was a man, would you have saved her? And it's like, and Edith, who's the sweetest person in the world, is like, of course he would, and he's kind of looking around like, well, I might have given her mouth to mouth through my hat. But there was a follow-up episode where they established that Beverly and Edith have become quite close and quite friendly, and she's back in New York doing a show, and Mike and her leave the house to go to the subway. And on the way to the subway, Beverly and Mike get jumped by these guys that beat Beverly up, and she ends up dying.
Oh.
It's a horrible episode. It's absolutely horrible. And Edith questions her faith. Like it causes her to question her religion, and it's just an awful episode. But even Archie, like you can see like him going, well, that's crazy. Why would they do that? You know what I mean? But he can't say anything because he doesn't know how. And I just love the show for that. They really brought some excellent issues to the floor. That's a Norman Lear show.
Mm-hmm.
And of course that spun off into Maude.
I used to love watching Maude.
B. Arthur, that was the first show they talked about abortion. And their show almost got canceled because of it. It was a huge issue. Yeah. And I love that kind of television. I like TV that it gives you something to mull over. I mean, I understand a lot of people don't want to think about a lot of stuff. I get it. Life's hard.
That's why I like the Car SOS. They've got sad stories, but it gives them this happy ending, and it's putting this smile on their face. And and there's some of them where I'm like, oh, they better not put an update at the end, where they go, so and so passed away, a week later. They've not done any of that, so it's always just a nice happy ending.
Regardless. Everyone was happy by the end of the show, period.
And then Tim apparently is just a people person, so he's himself done something like 8,000 interviews. Like if anybody wants to interview him, it's like, okay. And then he'll chat somebody up on a bus and be like, oh, you want to talk again? Here's my cell phone number. Like he's apparently like totally like people person. Wow. So you can see when he's interacting with people that have illnesses, and Fuzz is like, I don't think we should do that car. It's crap. And he's like, we're doing it because he wants to give those people that happiness, It's such a good show. I'm just, and I'm the type of person where I have to keep watching. If I watch something else, then my brain keeps going, pss, 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 pss.
What's happening now?
You've got some more episodes, so I have to continue. So like I'm on season 7 now, I think. So I'm just motoring my way through all of them because I will not be happy until I see all the episodes.
Yeah, I've seen I think 7 episodes of season 1.
Yeah, it's just so good. I just love it so much.
And I like British shows like that. Like I used to love Scrap Heap Wars, and I just like shows where they do something. They're making something.
Yeah. I always watch things like I've watched all the Storage Wars. I like what's the other one that I've been watching? American Pickers, where they go and they find vintage things. So I've worked my way through all the seasons of American Pickers. Like I just like all that stuff that has to do with vintage things, history, all that sort of stuff. Or what's in that locker, which half the time on Storage Wars is junk, but every once in a while there's that, oh my gosh, I wish I got that locker, Like, yeah, I just love that sort of stuff. Well, I guess if I'm breaking a no-buy, getting a whole crap ton of makeup for almost no money is a pretty good way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say I also have I already had it, the Fantasy Glow kit.
Oh, yeah.
One. I already had that. I didn't mind it. I just didn't, again, it wasn't as fabulous as some of the other things I've used. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've been spoiled. Like my favorite highlight palette's been the Gourmand Girls Bold and Brilliant. That's a beautiful. I'm already down to pan. I can't afford to buy to replace it, but
oh, hey, David.
But I don't. David, hey.
Yeah. No, I mean, this was a brand I wanted to look into next year, right? So then when you were
Right.
like, hey, did you see that this was happening? It was like, oh, crap. It's now or
Yeah.
never, right? Like, it's literally now or never. So I thought,
Yeah.
okay, let's do it. And then when you did it too, it was just like, oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't not. I'm sorry. I just could not.
Yeah, no, it's too nice.
I've also been watching Next Level Chef. Have you heard of this show?
Mm-mm. I like
So it's a
cooking
Gordon
shows.
Ramsay production,
Oh, okay.
because something else that's on Pluto TV is past episodes of Hell's Kitchen. And there's two ways to watch things on Pluto TV. You can watch them they just stream. It's like one right after the other.
Yeah.
And, if you stop watching, it still goes. So when you tune
Yeah.
back in, say in an hour, it's another episode. And but they also have on demand, which means when you stop watching, you can't pick necessarily what episode, but if that's the show you want to watch, you can pick for it to pause.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure it all out. But the Next Level Chef is really interesting because it's a cooking show, and they have a bunch of people on, and there's 3 kitchens stacked on top of each other. So it's like three floors right there in the studio. So they're all standing in front. Behind them are 3 kitchens, and it's from worst to best. So the smallest kitchen, the lowest kitchen is basic. It's like fridges you find at home.
Yeah.
Stoves you find at home. And then the middle kitchen is more of like an average restaurant setup, industrial fridges, gas stoves. And then the top one is the tits, all of the
Bells and
magic and
whistles.
bells and whistles.
And then how do they know who gets what? Do they have to compete?
Oh,
or-
that's right. Beverly LaSalle. That's right. Not Beverly Leslie. Thank you, David. Beverly Leslie was Leslie Jordan's name on Will and Grace.
Oh.
And Beverly LaSalle was the name of the drag queen on Archie Bunker.
Oh, Will and Grace. That's one of my favorite shows.
I hated Will and Grace.
Really? No.
I found it so homophobic.
I just like to channel Karen.
Oh, I loved her, and I loved Jack once they kind
Yeah.
of let their characters take over.
Yeah.
But it was just such a homophobic show. I thought the writing was awful. And also, I got sick and tired of Eric McCormick, his acting style. If you watch enough, every time he goes to say a line, he doesn't just say, well, what are you going to do? He'll go, what are you going to do? Like he has to blah, 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 like make it sound organic, and it sounds anything but. And it just started to gripe on me. But I really did like Karen. What's happening, honey? What's this? What's going on?
Yeah. Every time it's something,
then-
when my friend has a crazy outfit, that's what I always want to do. I want to go, honey, what's this?
What's this? What's
going on
happening?
here?
What's going on?
What's this, honey? Yep.
Or she go up to Grace and move her boobs. She held them up and then let them go, and then hold them up and let.
Or the first time she met Jack and they had to run and do that. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denied, accepted.
Yeah, I did just her like that. Well, I like Jack too. Just Jack.
Yeah, I don't mind Jack. He's just so over the top. But I found the biggest disappointment on that show was Will. And I think
he's supposed to be somebody that you don't like too much per se. I think
it's funny how the leads of these shows always end up being the most boring people.
Yeah.
And then you wonder how Florence Jean Castleberry gets a spin-off. It's like, well, Alice is a bit of a dirge.
Yeah, but they did because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, we need the Jack and Karen show," and they were like, "Oh, no," because then you wouldn't like them after a while either. You kind of need those boring characters to really showcase their brand of crazy, right?
Enrique Acevedo. I'm sure I'm saying your name, Acevedo. Enrique.
Enrique is an awesome name.
Is here. How are you, darling? I'm going to try this eyeliner. I haven't used a pencil eyeliner in forever, but I've been finding eyeliners lately really annoying the hell out of me.
Yeah, like that kimchi one that I'm trying to work my way through. Oh
my God.
That is like the worst.
Here's something. When I found out that they were being sold at Shoppers Drug Mart, I bought both the pen, the liquid one with the brush, and the liquid one with the felt tip.
Yeah.
But they both suck.
Yeah, no, terrible. No, her kimchi is either amazing or it's garbage. Like there's no, that was kind of okay. It's like, no. It's either awesome or garbage. Like there's no in between.
No middle ground.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I have 3 palettes from hers. The BBF Forever one with Trixie, which is mostly all shimmers and glitters and meant for 14-year-old girls who are just putting on like some glittery eyelid one and go, you know, type of thing. And it's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but there's just not a lot of depth in it. There's not a lot of versatility. And then there's the 2. I have the Virgin Mojito, and
I love that one. I love that.
The Virgin Mojito one is one of her best palettes.
Yeah.
And the other one, the berry one. And those were gifts. Somebody sent those to me, and I love them.
Yeah, I have her for one of my friends for my birthday gave me the Rainbow Sharks one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that one's mostly neutrals, but it has some beautiful pops of pink and blue. So I do like that one a lot. Her setting spray is amazing. I do like the
it really is.
So I was excited that I was able to get one on Shopper. So when I finish my Urban Decay, I'll go to that. And then the Virgin Mojito is amazing. But I didn't like
that palette with Naomi Smalls, 2 Queens in the Desert or something.
Yeah, that one looks good. I never got it though, so I don't know.
But you know, it's interesting because they're both queens of color, so I get this.
Yeah.
But the neutral range in there, because they have one side for her, one side for Naomi. Yeah. There's way too many neutrals that are almost the same in that. Like they could have done. They didn't need to kind of have 2 curated sides. They could have just done one big palette.
Yeah. I think I didn't get it because there was only one row that I really liked in there. And I was like, I like that row. And it was like, well, I can't get a whole palette for one row. Like that's a little, that's a little obsessive phrase.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Yeah. And I didn't like her foundation. The powder is, Yeah,
it's not, it's for its price, it's not great.
Yeah. And then, but the setting spray is amazing. The 2 eyeshadow palettes I really liked. And then I got one of those duo ones eyeshadows. It was okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The 2 hearts.
Yeah, the little round.
Which one?
A green and a beige or something eyeshadow.
Oh yeah.
I thought, I'll try them. It was cute, and they're fine.
How much was it?
What? $12 or something, I think.
Oh yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. And then I bought a lipstick and a lip pencil, and that I really liked. I thought those were really good quality, so I really enjoyed those. But yeah, and then some of her, I think she's changing, but some of her like blushes and stuff weren't vegan, so they had carmine in them. So I haven't. So the ones I wanted had carmine in it, and the ones that didn't weren't the ones I wanted. So until they've all switched over,
right,
I can't try them. But
well, I'm glad I have the Death Valley because this seems to be the only palette with a black in it.
Yeah, it was hard. I wanted to do, because I liked the green, I wanted to do green and yellow, but there's both the palettes have green shimmers, no green mattes, which is annoying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't mind CColor, but the other thing that's a problem with them, for me anyway, is like once you kind of have what you need from them, you're good.
Yeah.
They're not often coming up with, like, I wouldn't have bought the Death Valley palette if it hadn't been as cheap as it was.
Yeah. No, I kind of regret not putting that one in, but it was the same thing too. It was like you can't buy all of them. It's ridiculous. So I thought try to buy ones that had more colors that I didn't use or combinations that I didn't have. And even though
Right.
this is mostly glitter, this is just so beautiful.
Which one is that?
That's the Fiesta All Day.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I like
it
that
was
one a
just
lot.
so beautiful. I had to. And then in the Empowered Excellence one, I don't like glitters, but this green was so beautiful that
Yeah,
I could not get it. So
yeah, yeah,
there
yeah,
you go. And then because I've been wanting to do more pinks and purples, that's why I got the Violet Festival.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I think again, it's kind of like if you want to compare CColor with ColourPop just keeps pumping it out and pumping it out and pumping it out, and people don't like that. And with this one, they may not have released enough to keep them viable enough. So I think it's that
Yeah.
hard line to find how much to release that people are going to like. And then I wouldn't have known about them if it wasn't for you.
Right.
Right? So I'd never seen anybody talk about it, no
No,
advertising on it, like nothing, right?
I don't even remember why I know about them, except that I'm sure it was somebody was doing something on a YouTube channel that dupes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
remember I was going to talk about them, and I wanted to do like a comparison of theirs and a Jeffree Star palette, and I
Yeah.
had the Bloodlust, but I actually got rid of it. But I felt weird about doing a video about a dupe company, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
I get
that's also like people have issues, and I get it, and I am not judging. I am
yeah.
just too poor to be picky.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I don't like I mean, I bought a few things from the Shein makeup line, but I'm trying not to either because they're problematic at best, but I can't blame anybody for wanting to buy it because if that's your budget, that's your budget, right? So
Yeah,
I'm not going to stop anybody from having nice makeup or nice clothes or whatever. If they have to go to fast fashion or whatever, I'm not going to judge
yeah,
anybody for it.
yeah,
And the Shein makeup is pretty good actually for a budget.
yeah. That you sent me their foundation bomb. It was
Yeah,
spectacular.
yeah. Yeah, I just finished my Danessa Myrick, so I'll go to mine that I still have of that next. Because that Shein one was pretty much a dupe for the Danessa Myrics.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I don't know what made me spend $50 on a foundation balm, but there we are.
You were caught up in the drama.
I think so, but it was so good. It's so good. Like if I get a Sephora gift certificate for my birthday or whatever, I can totally see myself using it to get another one of those balms.
Yeah.
Like it's just so nice. It was my perfect skin tone. It was just amazing. But paying $50 is yeah. I'd rather spend that on an eyeshadow palette than on on a foundation balm, to be honest.
Well, $50 for anything if it's not got 14 colors. Well, you know, at least 9 colors in it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because that's the thing with eyeshadow, it lasts you forever. But like if you use that one foundation balm or that one bottle of foundation every single day, you're gonna go through one every few months for sure.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money. Like if you're doing, every 2 months a bottle at $50, that's a lot of money in a year.
Well, and I don't go through makeup that much because I really only have it on 2 or 3 at the most times a week because I'm not doing shows or going out every 5 minutes, and so it's only when I'm filming. So I'm okay. Like a lot of my foundations last a long time. But then I also use 2 different foundations when I do my face. I use a lighter color for my T-zone and then a deeper one for the perimeter to kind of create dimension.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of I don't go through it very quickly, but still $50, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I like, except for Mondays, which is usually my day of rest, I don't do makeup. But
Yeah,
I'm always like, in case there's a Zoom meeting or somebody all of a sudden calls me, I like to have a full face on. So,
yeah.
but,
But also you enjoy putting it on, right?
yeah, it's therapeutic. Sometimes in the morning too, get a cup of coffee and then play with makeup before I have to
Yeah,
go to work.
yeah. I always love it when you post on Instagram like a picture of your makeup and it's just no video, no nothing. It's just what you did.
Yep. Well, I'm not that. I want to. Well, not that reels seem to help people, but they're fun to do. But I can't. I'm not as artistic as some of those other people when they do those reels. So sometimes
I
just
just
doing
posted a reel to my Instagram and then also to my YouTube members of just me. I edited something so that I put a face on quickly, like it was just really more or less each product as I put it on, and
Oh yeah.
it was fun. I like doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I just wish I had more time. It just always seems to
Yeah,
be with work, and then it's like, oh yeah, crap, I got to film something. Okay, what is it? What can I do really quick? So
yeah, right.
yeah, I finally did my deep dive deep dive going over starting my favorite brands. So I did the Kaleidos one. I still have to edit it, but
Nice.
at least I filmed that yesterday. But I don't think I have any new releases for this week, so I was supposed to film that today too, but I don't know. So I might have to edit Kaleidos and put that up tomorrow instead of Monday.
Oh, that's great, Joanne. Thank you. I'm glad that you listened to about the brands I'm using. I actually really enjoy trying different things, but I don't do a lot of videos about it. I should do more. Like I love Juvia's Place, but I rarely. I always tag them in things because I've used them, but I don't. I don't talk about them, or do. I used to do some videos, but I also haven't been using Juvia's Place lately because I've been kind of caught up in the drama of things like, Saints, Angels, Sinners, and Be Perfect had a release, and Artitude. Like, there's so many great independent companies out there. And I have to tell you, I am so pleased that I know these independent companies because otherwise I'd be stuck with things like CoverGirl or Maybelline, like even Urban Decay. Unless you know makeup, a lot of people haven't heard of Urban Decay.
Well, you don't want to hear about them now. I mean, they haven't
No,
done
no,
they haven't done anything
not anymore.
exciting in
No,
years. Yeah.
when I first started doing makeup on camera, their their eye primer was the tits, and I
Yeah.
hated it. It was so drying for me. I don't know why.
It was okay.
Just
I
yeah,
would say it was good. It was okay.
no.
Yeah.
I remember I think there was a deal at Shoppers where you could get two. The second one was half price or something, and
Yeah.
I hated it because I had this whole thing of primer that I couldn't, use up fast enough.
Now, for me, it was because I think that was one of the first ones I ever tried, and it was okay. But once you start
Yeah,
using other ones, and you're like, oh, that isn't as good as I thought it was. So that could be
yeah,
part of the hype because it was one of the first ones that was really, really out there, I think, that really pushed it. So,
yeah.
but, yeah. And then I think, though I love Juvia's Place too, I don't think they've done anything super exciting recently
No,
either. That's, that makes you want to break a no buy or anything like that.
like they released a new foundation line which is glowy and
Ooh, I
medium
actually like
coverage as
really.
opposed to their full spackle, which is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
But I'm not interested in medium coverage, so I'm not, going to
Yeah.
try that. And then they also have liquid blush because everyone's doing that.
Yeah, I like liquid. I don't mind a
Yeah,
liquid blush.
yeah. But at the same time, it's like, well, come on. Sparkle Neely.
Yeah. I have to admit, I'm enjoying these shadows a lot.
Yeah, they're not too bad. I'm not thrilled with what I'm doing, but I also I didn't really have a plan when I started this today.
I never do, and I think that's my one problem. I should really plan stuff out, but then again, when I've done plan stuff out, or I think I want to do, it just never goes out the way I want it to.
No, right?
So sometimes it's better just to like, just do it, just wing it, see what happens.
Yeah.
Try not to make it green again.
Yeah, there are other colors in the world. Lies!
Sacrilege. Oh, I know.
So anyway, on this TV show, Next Level Chef, they have these like 9 or 10 cooks, and they're competing. And they all start off, there's 3 chefs, Gordon Ramsay and 2 other people. And they all start off in teams. And then each episode, the teams pick a random pass card, and they go into an elevator and they hit the card, and the card takes them to one of the 3 kitchens.
Oh, so that's how they get their kitchen. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And so, it's random. So you could be in the top kitchen the week before, and then all of a sudden now you're in the shitty kitchen. And what's interesting about that is that, then they, at the end of, they have this theme, like say it's bacon.
Yeah.
So there's this pantry like display, like a 3-level, it's like a shelf, but it's in 3 levels of things. And it comes down from the ceiling and it goes to the good kitchen first. So they can pick off of that. And they usually grab the filet mignon or the, all of the good stuff.
Yeah.
And then by the time it gets down to the bottom, it's like they've got like dehydrated bacon crumble or something. And but like sometimes people will miss something. So sometimes like a filet mignon will end up in the basement and people are like, oh my God, how did that end up down here? Or one time somebody dropped something and it fell down to the basement, so somebody got it. And then they reach a point where it's not teams anymore. And they all have to, they're cooking for themselves, but it's random as to where they're cooking. And so it starts off that way. Like if the first time that they aren't teams, then they just cook wherever. And then the people that had the best dishes, they cook at the top kitchen the next week.
Oh, okay.
And if you had the worst one, then you cook at the bottom kitchen, and so on and so on. So you could be at the top kitchen for a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden just pooch it,
Yeah.
And they send you down to the bottom, and I like it. I like it just for the sake that it's very random. Like, you could be on top one week and then not. And then the people that are on there, some of them are actual working cooks, and some of them are like YouTuber or internet chefs. Like they have a channel. And I'm watching season 1, and there was just this one woman who just, oh my God, like I'm sure she's a great chef on her own when she's got lots of time, but like, this pantry shelf comes down and they've got 30 seconds to grab stuff on it.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it's like you could sit there and look at all the best products in the world and nothing, like no plan, nothing. And so a couple of them just aren't good that way, and they're coming off like idiots, and it's a shame.
Well, and also it's got to be pretty stressful, right? Like,
well, especially if you're not good in competition or you're not good on your feet, But my attitude is, why are you on a competition cooking show if you haven't tested yourself out on like quick thinking? like every cooking show has something where they go, all right, make something with these 3 items. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, like on like MasterChef Australia, for instance, which is a show I love. A lot of the challenges are fairly expected, even though they're random. So a lot of people will like practice with their family. So they'll like have a family member just give them 3 items to cook dinner with.
Yeah.
So they get used to thinking out of the box and expanding their repertoire.
Yeah, I think
And
it depends though, because like my friend Stephanie is a professional chef and she was on one of the Canadian cooking shows. And
oh
then
yeah,
unfortunately for her, the first episode was they were given fast food leftovers and they were
right,
supposed to make something with it. And it would be
right,
like burgers with wilted lettuce. And my friend can take a kitchen that has barely anything out of it and make gourmet
yeah,
food. And but the
uh-huh.
stuff that they were given, it was just like, how can anybody make anything that tastes good out of that crap? So I
Yeah.
felt
And yet
bad.
some people did, right?
Yeah. Well, I
and
guess
she
that's
and she
the
didn't.
worst, I think, right? But it's
Yeah.
so sad out of all the ones, like, so she ended up going home first episode, and it was like, for
Uh,
us, it was so upsetting because we know
yeah.
what she can do, but it was like, what did she get? Was it something like, yeah, I think she was the one with the burger or something. And it was just like,
Uh,
yeah, it's like, how can you, rehydrate or do something with
a burger.
yeah, which something that technically is garbage, right? Like garbage food, anyways, at the best of times.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's already not great to begin with.
Yeah. And it wasn't like it was a gourmet burger that they were doing. It was like
No,
Burger King or McDonald's or some kind of
no.
nonsense, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I like those kind of challenges. I'm one of those people. I used to come home from work, and my partner, he did editing online, like or for film and television. So he'd be at his computer all day, and when you work like that, like you can go
Yeah.
all day, and all of a sudden it's like, what time is it? And so I would come home, and he'd go, oh, I would have made dinner, but I went into the kitchen and there's nothing in there, and I would go, oh, okay, no worries, and like 20 minutes later, handmade ravioli. And he'd look at me and go, how did you do that? And well, we had this and this and this, and there you go. But I don't expect everyone to be able to think that way. And I certainly, if we had different ingredients, maybe I wouldn't do so well. I mean, a lot of the stuff that was in our fridge I bought anyway, so I had some kind of a plan of attack on some level.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I always say, this is so true with like Drag Race as well. A lot of people aren't good under pressure. A lot of people shouldn't do competitions.
Yeah. No, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
It's stressful. Like, and we'll see sometimes you see that how people are acting on the show and the attitude they give. And we only see the edited bit. So we don't see all the other stress and hassle that they may go through, right?
Well, also they're in a situation where they're not surrounded by their loved ones.
Yeah.
So they can't, bitch and moan. When they're off the set, they're often sequestered.
Yeah.
So, it's not like you even have time to kind of, bounce emotions off of other people. And it can be very frustrating. And I totally get it. Like, I totally get it. But at the same time, there are just some people where I just think it's like, well, what did you think they were going to have you do?
Yeah.
Like one of the people on this cooking show, the first season of Hubri Whatsits, they were going on about I'm representing all of the Lao. She was from Lao, and a cute girl, the cutest person you could ever imagine. But at the same time, it's like, well, honey, you're the only person who thinks about Lao cuisine or Lao ingredients.
Yeah.
So like, where are you even coming from here? Like, what do you, like it's your limit. You're limited. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. You need to expand your you can still focus on your specialty, but if you can't do like brunch,
Yeah, yeah.
and there was this one girl who kept going, "Oh, brunch for me is a way to soak up the booze." It's like you're going home, and she did. She went home. It's like you're an idiot. You need to actually be an adult in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how I yell. I yell at the TV during these shows. It's like you shouldn't talk to adults.
Yeah, no, I do that too. It's just like you just
That's what
get
I like
so
about
frustrated. Yeah.
Hell's Kitchen. Is because everyone on there is an idiot until they're not.
Yeah. Oh, that's a real frustrating. Yeah, that show is definitely really frustrating.
I love it.
Yeah. I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah. Well, somebody once got like they said, I can't watch him yell at people. It's like, but they're cooking, they're making food, and they're making food that costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's that passionate about it because, like
And he's not like
Penny,
that in real, and he's not like that, right?
no,
Like a
not
lot of
really,
it,
not really, but
a
he
lot
does
of
have a
it's for TV.
reputation. He was also trained by Marco Pierre White, who in his day was a yeller. But then back in the day, a lot of chefs were like that.
Yeah.
But they were all on coke.
That too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, I hate my eye makeup. I don't know what I did, but it wasn't right.
I think mine looks
Also, the
better.
black in this Death Valley. I think I got spoiled with Darcy's black in her fairy tale palette because it is gorgeous. This is not very good.
Yeah.
It's very like charcoal as opposed to black.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what did we pay for these pallets each? $1.90?
Pennies.
Like that technically. So
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times you get what you pay for. So
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
So all right. I think I need lashes, I think. I'm gonna go grab a pair.
Are you that far along? I am still trying to make heads or tails out of whatever I did here. Who's that?
Who's calling me? Is it Canada Post?
Oh, finger news crossed.
I don't think so. It's a junk number, but I'm gonna find out.
Go.
Hello?
I totally understand, David. I never try and tell people, like, if I enjoy a Gordon Ramsay show, I never try and say, oh, you should give this a try. Like, I get it. He's a lot. But it doesn't bother me. So
It was sort of Canada Post. It was, you accepted a package that wasn't signed for. It's like, no, I didn't. So it's one of those automated voices. I'm like, yeah, that's not Canada Post. It's one of those fake.
So now your computer's admitting that you delivered the wrong package to the wrong address.
Yeah, no, I've been getting this message for like 2 weeks, I think. It's one of just those 1-800 number weird things. Yeah.
I just stopped answering my phone. It was getting so many like scams.
Yeah. Oh no, it's crazy. I've blocked my block list must be like 14 feet. It's gotta be.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I've got glitter everywhere. But I think it's all right. Thought I'd do something fun, so I of course don't have any blush, so I thought I would either use Blushing in Bali or Previous Place Blush Palette 2. Because I thought let's keep it in the affordability range.
Yeah, I'm going to use the Space Palette now.
Valley.
One's
oops. Ooh, this one has an orange blush. So yeah, we're going to use the Juvia's Plains.
Yeah, I keep forgetting how powdery these powders are. I don't mind a palette that's kick-uppy, but it becomes a bit of a drag after a while for sure.
Yeah. Well, we still have to do a live or a video when my palette does arrive.
Oh yeah, that's happening. We're doing that. But yeah, so the Saints Angels Sinners collab with Fairy Light is launching tomorrow at noon Eastern.
Yeah, I had high hopes that maybe they would have sent it to me and then I could have quickly done, I would have washed this all off and filmed something for tonight, for tomorrow. But,
right?
but Canada Post hates me, so here we are.
Oh, I don't mind these contours. These are all right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Yeah, and she didn't call me back today, so I have a feeling she had nothing to report.
Yeah, or she forgot, or they fired her.
Yeah. Or if that other or if it was delivered to somebody, they put a return to sender on it, is my worry.
Ugh.
Instead of just
I just
like
hate how illogical the post office is. It's like, why somebody can't call them and go, this was delivered to the wrong address. The post office, the postal guy needs to pick this up and take it back so you can redeliver. And they're all like, well, that's not how we do things here. It's like, I get it. You're all retarded. I'm sorry. I forget you work for the government. You need to actually act like a person who's had to have this solved on your own too.
Yeah, no, they were really nice. Like when I went, because I was talking, so I thought at first, oh, well, maybe they just delivered it to my regular post place, right? And it just didn't get scanned. So I called them and then she checked and she looked at tracking. So she was like, well, it looks like it went back to the main post office, which is like 5 minutes from me. So I said, okay, well, and she says they're open for customer service 10 to 2. So I went a little bit after 10 o'clock. Right. And then she was like, oh, it might have been still in Monday's bin, but it wasn't, for, rechecking the address. And she's like, no, it went out. I've got his truck number. So I'll double check. And then we both saw it delivered. So she called me and she's like, well, it looks like it's delivered. And I'm like, no, if it was delivered, it wasn't delivered to my house. So I
lies.
So I emailed all my neighbors and they were like, because I'm on Strata, and they were like, nope, didn't get it. So I'm like, okay, so it wasn't delivered in this building. So, but yeah, so they said, and then the other help thing said it could take up to 3 days until I would, and then after 3 days, call the person that sent it to you. And it's like, just give me my package.
Just, yeah.
You had one job.
All you do. It's not like they also serve soup.
Yeah, it's like you've got one job. Deliver me
all
mail.
You do, you monkeys. Now do it. How dare you go on strike when you don't even do your job?
Well, the Post wasn't affected from this last strike, though, was it?
I don't know. I just hate these government jobs where they like, meh. It's like you don't even do your job.
Yeah.
You sit there under all this red tape and you don't do anything. And you act like you've never had the same problem yourself. You dick. Stop being a dick.
Yeah.
Like everybody has the same issues in life, like everyone's had to wait for a package and we all hate it.
Yeah.
So just stop it.
I just hate it when it's one that you're so excited for. It's like general package or whatever. Okay, fine. It's a little late, but when you have grand plans for it, that's the one they got to lose. That's the one.
Yeah. It's never something. It's never something that you were like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All my bills arrive perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah. My new driver's license came today, so that was good.
There you go. Well, that's important.
There we go. Yeah. So driving around with a little piece of paper. Yep.
I'm a person, trust me.
Yeah. That is true. I think I could use even more highlighter.
Yeah, I don't hate this blush palette. I find the highlight palette a little dull.
Well, it's not as bright as I thought it would be, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Brighter in the pan.
Yeah. It's not as bright as the Gourmand Girls, for sure.
No. But then I've been spoiled using
But
the
it's not
glow-in-the-dark
bad.
one.
So I guess
No.
I guess for people who want highlight but not highlight, like not everybody
Yeah.
is like me that wants to be seen from space, right? So
Mhm. Amateurs.
right.
Cowards.
So that, all right. So next right.
I've been avoiding watching Ted Lasso. I'm trying to wait for it all to land so I can.
Yeah, I put it on my
Just-
list, but I haven't started it.
Oh my God, I love it so much. The relationship between the two leading females is so lovely. It's just lovely to see two grown women portrayed as friends, supportive, lovely friends. But it's also a comedy. Like there's this one scene where someone's died. I think one of the two women's father has died, and so they're at the funeral, and the younger of the two says, "I'm not leaving your side. I'm here for you." And then all of a sudden, somebody screams her name, and she's like, "Ah!" and runs away. It's just the funniest thing. There's also this one scene where they're in Holland, and one of the women, she's walking around talking on her phone, but she's in the bike lane, but she doesn't realize she's in the bike lane. So people are kind of like yelling at her and
Yeah.
move ya article. And so she gets knocked into the canal, and there's this gorgeous man, age appropriate, gorgeous man who kind of rescues her, gets her out of the canal and onto his houseboat, and washes her, dries her clothes, and makes her a meal. And he even ends up rubbing her feet, and she's like, "If you're going to kill me, can you wait until I'm asleep?" type of thing. Like she's just not expecting anything good to come of anything. And they leave without knowing each other's names. It's just the most, I think that every woman in the world can identify with it. It was just the most romantic, hot, non like nobody had sex. Nobody had sex. Nobody, nobody got treated like a muppet. It was a lovely, lovely grown-up interaction between two complete strangers. They found out stuff about each other. Like he had a lot of little girls' stuff in a room, and you find out that he's a widower.
Aww.
And the girl stays with her. I think he's a widower, and the girl isn't with him all the time for some reason. And but like there's a moment where she wakes up and she's kind of looking around his houseboat, and she's like, "What's going on in here?" It's just very funny. There's also this great storyline where the owner of this, it's about a soccer team, right?
Yeah.
And the owner, one of their sponsors is this dating app that they're all encouraged to use to help promote. And she ends up having this very like verbal written romance with somebody. She doesn't really understand who it is. And it ends up being not just one of the players, but he's quite young compared to her. And they meet, like the way they find out is they meet at this restaurant for dinner, and they still don't and they both kind of walk in one after the other, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" It's like, "Oh, well," blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden they realize, "Oh my God, oh my God." and then they end up having sex anyway, and it's just fantastic. I just really enjoy the show for its charm. It's really like even the guy Ted Lasso. Like there's this whole storyline where you realize like he's taken like not only has he been hired as an American football coach to coach soccer, something he knows nothing about. He's been hired to do it specifically so the soccer club will fail. But you also find out that he said yes to the job because he and his wife's relationship is falling apart.
Mm.
And he starts it starts to affect him, in little ways. And it's just because he just comes off as this lovely guy. Like he's dealing with these British reporters and he's doing an interview after something horrible happened. And he's just addressing it. And he goes, okay, this is what's happening and blah, blah, blah. And then he goes to some reporter in the front row, Pat Benatar me, and he looks at him and goes, "What, hit you with my best shot?" You got it.
Awesome.
It's kind of how he is, and people either it infuriates people or they just can't help but be charmed by him.
Hold on, glasses.
Yeah, it's just a charming show. I was really surprised by it.
I got lots of makeup on. I mean, it looks like I barely have any makeup on.
Who said that?
Need glasses.
Oh, bye, Abby.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Aw, thanks, David. I'm trying here. And I don't have as good lighting as Wilma does, but there we go.
Yeah, I got some great lights. Very lucky. They were sent to me. I have to look it up. I can't remember who sent them.
I can see I got more makeup on. I lowered the lights a little bit, so there you go.
Yeah, you look gorgeous.
Thank you. Except for this, the liquid liner does not, or liquid lipstick does not smell good.
No.
It smells like chemicals.
Yeah. But then this one, this is just their liquid lipstick that wasn't in a kit. It's just
in the kit, yeah.
Oh yeah, this one smells
better.
Oh, I just put this right on my fucking face.
How's the lipstick? The lipstick doesn't smell like anything, but
it smells a bit like paper or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, this one no smell good, but the lipstick doesn't smell like anything, and the liner I like. It doesn't smell like anything either. Hold y'all. And I'm wearing my Wilma shirt.
Oh, I'm wearing mine as well. I'm wearing I'm wearing this one because it's my favorite.
I love that
I
one
also
too.
know it's your favorite too.
Yeah. Gotta like anything that has spider webs.
Yeah. Well, and also Denise Journeau designed this, and she designs a lot of burlesque themed things, and so a lot of the Wilma stuff she's done is burlesque themed. And
yeah.
so her Kiss of the Spider Do, it's meant to be like a burlesque type thing. Yeah, I hate that eyeliner for me. I mean, I wanted to get like a pencil eyeliner that I could smudge.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The best eyeliner, the liquid eyeliner that I've been using, and it's liquid, not a pen, is a Black Radiance, which you can get at Shoppers.
Oh, I'll try that out at some point. I really like Amaterasu, which is a local Vancouver brand. They're my favorite. And I like the Better Than Sex one by Too Faced is really good too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think that's one of the only things from Too Faced that I really, really like is that eyeliner a lot. But, yeah. All right. Oh, that's pretty bright for me. Look at it. I use glitter. And I have lashes on. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Look at you with the lashes. It's so funny. Remember the day I realized you weren't wearing lashes? And I've been watching your videos for months, and I just had never noticed. Like, it had never crossed my mind.
Yes. I like wearing them, but it's just like sometimes you're just filming or I'm just going to run errands later. It's like, oh, I don't want to waste the lashes on just nothing, you know?
Yeah. I once filmed a whole video without lashes, and I'm looking at myself as I'm editing going, why do I look so tired?
Why do I look so weird?
Juvia's Place has liquid liner too, and it's terrible.
I'm trying to remember, did I ever try their liquid liner? I don't think I have. I'm quite happy with this. I think that turned out pretty good.
Oh, mine's awful. I just fucked up my eyeliner.
Yeah, I'm going to try that next time too, putting some white like that.
Well, I try and you do this to clean up the point. I try and get a point, and it won't happen for me. I don't know what it is, why I can't. I try with a pen, I try with a pencil, I try with everything, and it won't it just won't take. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, no, this liquid liner wasn't too bad. I mean, I used it over glitter just before putting the lashes on, and it did okay. So I can't wait to use it on something else to see, like do a winged out look with it. But yeah, I think for breaking my no buy, this was this worked out okay.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
No. I mean, so like I said, it's a good chunk of makeup for not that much. Collecting stuff for a giveaway. I might stick the Violet Festival in.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for my 10,000 subscribers with a giveaway.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's
I've
took me a long time to get there.
Oh my God, I don't know. I've been doing my channel for 10 years, and I'm just at 8,500.
Yeah, I was reading something or watching somebody that was doing things on YouTube, and they say that's actually, unless you're one of those super lucky people that gets that viral whatever, they say
Yeah,
that's on average what it takes most people is about 10 years to get anywhere. And then,
wow.
but now all the new algorithms are apparently making it even harder. So, but I just do it for fun. So, and
yeah, I don't.
97. So.
I'm going to put that holographic.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, I didn't see that on the website when I was doing the sale, so I don't know if I just missed it. Yeah, because I've seen you use that a few times, and it looks so good.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, just for kind of like doing a glittery, shiny lip. Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, without glitter being on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when you overdraw your lip and then you put something glittery on it, you can see where your real lip is, and I hate that. It makes me crazy. I'm just going to throw on my eyelashes, then I'll throw on a wig, and I'll be done.
All right, I'm going to put some, but I'm going to do it all over. This color is a little bit too weird.
Which one's that?
The red lip is
lipstick?
almost more
Yeah.
corally than red, so I'm just gonna put the lightest highlighter on from the palette, but it's got a pink tinge, so I think that works good.
I don't mind this blush. I think it blends well.
No, it looks really, really good. No, it looks really, really excellent.
I also love it when I'm not wearing a wig and I have a full beat on. I don't know what it is. It's probably one of the reasons I fell in love with Sasha Velour.
Yeah,
but I just love like a bald head with full makeup on. I don't know what it is, but it's particularly like a drag queen thing. Like it's not like a bald woman with a full beat of makeup on. It's like a man.
Yeah.
When a man's got a full head of makeup, no
but I
wig
think it's, you can see it more though. I think sometimes the wigs detract a little bit in a way where you don't notice it as much, I think, than when you don't have a wig on, and then you can really notice all the makeup in the contour.
I think you get more of a focal on the face because there's nothing else to.
Yeah, you're not going, ooh, look at that wig. I'd love to have that wig. You're just like, oh, look at that makeup.
Ooh, what was that? That was that Princess Kiss. Ooh, son, look at that on TV. It's that Prince. Woo!
Oh, too funny. Well, I'm glad I got you down the car SOS rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, I thank you. I love shows like that. I also love British shows. Something about the way British shows are presented. Like those two guys are just constantly making fun of each other in the most brotherly, friendly way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait till you see them do some of the really smaller cars, and they're trying to fold their 6'5" and 6'1" bodies into these little cars. It's so hilarious.
Oh my God, so funny. Well, this last episode, the taller one, what's his name?
Tim
drove in a bubble car.
Yeah.
That's the car where the whole front opens and you step into it and it's only got 3 wheels.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's driving it, he's saying, please don't tip over, please don't tip over. Funny.
Awesome. Or I like some of the you'll see in one of the vendors, they have a sign that says, do not give this man a discount.
He's shameless.
I think they all know. I think it's part of the shtick. I don't think they.
So this is interesting. Here's my mascara wand for. Yeah. So this is all bristles down here, but it's got a ball end on it. You heard me. I don't know what that does. I always put my mascara on after I put my eyelashes on because I can blend it up into my fake eyelash.
Right? Yeah.
Well, that's the theory, but sometimes some mascaras aren't sticky. You know what I mean? Like they don't. They don't allow for that. Make Me Up Missa puts her eyelash glue on her real eyelashes.
Yeah, I started doing that a little bit too, and they go on way easier. So
way easier.
Yeah. Well, I started when I was, because I was always having trouble with lashes, and when I saw that she paints it right on the lid, then I started doing that too, and that helps. But then I watched, I guess, a week or so ago, where I saw her actually put it on the lashes, and I'm like, ooh, try that, and that does help a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that. But.
No,
I'm really sad for the people who didn't get to try CColor. So,
yeah. I mean, it's a nice, affordable alternative.
Yeah. But then I don't know if
Dupree's hat.
Oh, yay! That looks great.
Although I'm not sure what the hell's going on with this one eyelash. I always have Belle Burnett eyelash.
I have my crow still out here. Call my head off.
David loves the shimmer, Chloe.
back up. There we go. I got my crown.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
We can both wear an Eve Dupree.
Original.
Yes.
Tried to style this wig a little before I put it on. Sprayed it and pinned it. I was having a sewing day. I had this gorgeous fabric, and I feel like Nick Sweet sent it to me. But it could be Valentino sent it to me, but it's this gorgeous black and red silk.
Oh, that's pretty.
But it's also very sheer, like it's very see-through. But I've been wanting to make, and he also sent me, whoever it was, I feel like it was Valentino, because he sent me some other really gorgeous fabric. And I kind of got the impression from him that he was hurt or upset that I wasn't using the fabric. But at the same time, you know, I just don't have a lot of time to sew these days.
Yes.
I've had this fabric for a couple of years now, and I've been wanting, like, just because I'm not making anything with it doesn't mean I'm not thinking about it. And so I finally kind of decided on something, and I started sewing it. And so today, like, I cut it out and started it a week ago. And then it just sat there for the last week doing nothing. And then it was like today I knew you and I were going to be getting together. Oh, yeah. I love that hat. And so I knew we would be getting together today.
Yeah.
And, oh, Chloe, you look so regal. Oh, yeah.
That I am.
I look kind of whorish. How much? There was an episode of Franny Fisher's Mysteries where she's
I love that show.
chasing somebody down an alley, and then she's trying to hide from the bad guys, so she whips off her coat and says to one of them, "Fancy a fuck." What did Franny Fisher just say?
I always want her hats. I'm always like, oh my God, her hats.
And she's a redhead, right? She's a natural redhead.
Yeah.
And I thought she was wigged, but she actually had her hair cut and dyed for that role.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I know. I thought for sure she was wigged.
Yeah.
She's in The Matrix with short, bristle, blonde hair, red hair. And she's covered in freckles. You know what I mean? So, but she and the guy who plays Jack are so charming. And then the guy that played Alice, is it Alice's boyfriend, the constable?
Oh, the constable? Yeah, he's so sweet.
He was in San Andreas with The Rock. He had this really cute little role where he ended up kind of saving his daughter. But he's so charming and so, like, he's not my type at all, but he's so physically fit, and he's got that look on his face like he couldn't count to 21 with his pants off. Do you know what I mean? Like he's so, Hugh, and he's so charming. And yeah, look, I got that one eye. Oh,
there's always got to be the one. I've got the one it's a little bit more droopy, because it always makes for fun times.
I put glitter on my lids from one of the palettes. I think I was using the Fiesta All Day one. Yeah. So I used the Familia. It's just a silver, but it's got blue and... Yeah,
I looked at that one too. I played with both of these ones, the two that I just took from.
Ooh. But that was fun.
It was. I said it's sad to watch a brand go down, but we got some good deals.
Yeah, but at the same time, I remember thinking, like, they either have to do something, either go full tilt and do the dupes, like really do them like W7 does in Britain, or do their own thing. But I guess they weren't set up to do their own thing enough, and I guess they weren't known enough for their own thing to kind of resonate with new customers. But I mean, I've been using CColor for 4 or 5 years now, and I quite like them. I'm not. I used to use their cream contour, and they had a cream contour palette and a powder contour palette. that were great. There was nothing wrong with them. But when they ran out, I didn't replace them. And when I went to the site for this sale, I didn't bother with either of them when I saw the face palette.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
I quite enjoy these 4 shades. The problem with a lot of contour palettes is they always have those light tones that I never know what to do with.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I have powders to set all of this, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it doesn't help me to have a full contour palette like that. Even NYX, they have a great contour powder palette. And again, the lighter tones in there, they're not bright enough for a drag queen. They're great for day walkers. Like if you're just looking to set your under eye and keep it bright and happening, then it's perfect. It's perfect for that. But I need it to be white. It to be white and bright and sing a song.
Yeah, I think a lot of those palettes too are for makeup artists or, people who do makeup.
Also, when you see like a big neutral palette, and like that's a makeup artist's palette for sure, because they need to be able to hit a lot of skin tones. They're not doing their own makeup; they're doing other people's. And
no, I mean, had CColor had a chance to go into like Walmart or something like Profusion did, or Shoppers, right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, if I wouldn't have heard about them from you, I would have never ever known about them. So
right. And I guess I follow them on Instagram because all of a sudden I saw that they, like, when I sent you that link.
Yeah.
I'd literally just seen it. So, and I don't know if I even bothered to go to their website until you said you'd gotten something. Or you said something about how much something was, and I was like, what?
Yeah, because I think after I hit, when I went, I'm like, okay, I broke, I bought, and then you're like, I did too. And it's like, so it must have been after I'd said that,
Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't going to buy that Death Valley palette.
Yeah.
Except that it was only $2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got their glow on, but I don't know. It's just not as great as. Let me try my trick with a setting spray. I just find it's not as glowy as I would like something to be.
Well, let's see here.
But I find if you use setting spray and then put your powder.
Yeah, because I've got like the first 3 shades on my arm and you can't really see them. But it worked really good as a lip topper.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel heavy like some.
Yeah, see, I see that. I see it much more now.
Yeah.
Because I used the finishing spray. So maybe that's the trick with it. You just need to kind of give it a reason to stick to your face. Whatever that formula is. But
I feel like it should be Carnival or something.
Our Wilma teas and our E. Dupree chef boxes.
Yes. So I feel like it should be
Carnival. What time is it where you are right now?
It is. What time is it? It is 5:08.
5:08. That's not bad. I can't believe it's 8 o'clock. That means I put this face on in an hour and a half, less than an hour and a half. Because I really didn't start putting my face on at 6:30. I mean, I had my base all on, but the rest of it.
Yeah.
I think that went pretty well.
No, I think it looks great.
And again, once you get your eyelashes on, everything looks better.
It totally makes a huge difference for sure. Yeah. And your chef.
Yeah. Gives people something to look at. If they're finding this hard, they can look at that.
There we go. See?
Yeah. Well, I, for one, am sorry to see CColor go, but I'm not surprised, and I don't think I'll miss them. Because, as I say, I have better makeup. It's not that their makeup is the worst, but it's far, like, there's a reason it's inexpensive. And, their whole dogma, like if you go to their website, they have a philosophy for makeup. And the philosophy is it shouldn't be expensive. Like it should be accessible for everybody. And I like that. I think that's important. But at the same time, you know, if it's powdery and doesn't last, then what have I bought? You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I find it better than some CoverGirl that I've tried. It's definitely better. It was going on way better than any ColourPop that I owned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I don't have a lot of profusion. I think I had one or two things that I tried.
Yeah. I
So,
don't mind perfusion. Some of their stuff is way better than other stuff, but
yeah,
in general, it's just for me, it's hard to build it.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it's not a punchy color to begin with, then it just is never going to be.
Yeah. No, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just always sad when a brand goes down because, you know, it's all these people out of, you know, no work. If it was their
Yeah.
passion, you know, it's, you know, they have to go on, you know, try and
Yeah.
find something else. So that makes
Yeah.
me feel bad. But they didn't say why. They could have just decided that they didn't want to do it anymore, or it wasn't as lucrative as it was. I mean, there's so much competition out there, right?
Yeah.
And
And they've been around a while. It's not like they
Yeah.
kind of were a flash in the pan.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But indie
yeah.
makeup's gotten so good, and the prices are coming down for a lot of brands that I think
Yeah.
that.
And just a reminder, at SAS Cosmetics, saintsangelsinners.com, they have their Etsy store still set up for e-commerce, but their website isn't yet. But this launches tomorrow. It is a fairy tale, her collab with Fairy Light. And it's so pretty. This is such a great little palette. I really enjoyed it.
Those greens. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah. And the shimmers on here are just ridiculous. And there's a lot of duochromes and multichromes in here that need to be experienced.
That's one of the first in stock palettes too, right? It's not a pre-order,
Yeah,
so
you don't
people
have to
can go
pre-order
in.
it. And if,
Yeah.
yeah, and if you use the code Wilma20, you get 20% off. Whether it's the palette alone or their bundle, which involves also their lip glosses and the makeup bag.
Yeah, that makeup
So,
bag's adorable. Yeah.
It's cute, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the cover of the palette, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have it here somewhere. I can't remember. But yeah, so that's happening. That launches tomorrow at noon Eastern. So what is that, 9 a.m. for you?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's I think it's $56 on its own. The bundle is $90, and if you use Wilma 20, you get 20% off. And
yeah, as a bundle, that's a really good deal.
Yeah, especially because there's like 6 multi-chromes in here.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's 8 matte, 7 duo and multi-chromes, and they're expensive. And when you get an indie company that, like, they released this palette a little while ago, it's called Baked, and this one is in a plastic palette, and
that's pretty. Yeah, I saw
yeah,
that.
it's all shimmers all the time, and they're all multi-chromes.
They look at that nice putty texture to them.
They are. They're
I
very. There's this one green one.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love when it's that soft kind of putty feel. You just want to stick your fingers in them. Yeah.
They do an excellent job at Saints Angel Sinners with their multi-chromes. They just glommed onto a great formula, and we're all the better for it. So, well, there you go. It's 8 o'clock now.
There we go. Look at that.
Is there anything that we didn't talk about that you needed to talk about?
I don't think so.
No.
It was nice
I'm good.
Yeah. It was nice to vent about my package not arriving.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's just making me crazy. Hopefully that'll get resolved in the next day or two, and then you and I will have another makeup party.
Yeah, I hope so.
I also want to send a shout out to Nick Sweet, who's one of my Patreoners. He sent me a while back the Delancey. This is a blush palette that is just stunning. Yeah, and this highlighter here is ridiculous.
Oh wow, that's gorgeous.
It looks like an Ofra highlighter. Like it's got that Starburst stamp in it.
Yeah. And the packaging looks a little bit Juvia's Place. Yeah.
Very Juvia's Place. No mirror. Very simple. And all of these up here are highlighters. And the nice thing is these two are very good bronzers with a highlight, so you can really get a glow going. And then these are the blushes down here. And this one's very pink. It doesn't look that pink in the pan, but it's very bright. And then Nick sent me recently this one because I'm obsessed with black gray tone palettes. So it's Delancey again,
Oh, little
and it's
panda.
this, and it's black and gray and shimmers, and so I'm gonna do another video where I use those two palettes specifically. So
Nice. I'll look forward
yeah,
to
not
that.
not necessarily tomorrow or anything, because
Yeah,
tomorrow Drag Race All Stars 8. Shut your whole face! I can't believe that it's 8 seasons of that now. Oy.
It's crazy,
But,
right?
yeah, but we're going again, so I'll be reviewing that. So I'll have a video up for that by Monday at the very latest. And
Nice.
other than that, I'm just going to be up to my tits in Car SOS and Next Level Chef and
Excellent.
Pluto TV. If you haven't checked out Pluto TV, especially if you like retro shows you can't really see a lot of, there's one channel that's just I Love Lucy. They have one that's just South Park, and it's nice, especially if you do stuff like I do, where you're working.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it on, and it just goes. Like you don't have to hit next. You don't have to do nothing. You can also switch over to other things, and yeah, I quite enjoy that. It's
Cool.
it works for me anyway. I don't know about anyone else out there, but
Yeah.
there's also, if you take the time to look, like some of the channels, like for instance, the Retro TV one has a lot of different shows, but it's classic TV is what it's called.
Yeah.
Or the category classic TV, and then in it are the different things, and then like things like Happy Days, they have Vern and Shirley in there, and something else in there. Joni Loves Chachi, I'm sure, and then there's some reality stuff, news. And Drew Barrymore does an advertising campaign for them.
Oh, okay.
Her TV show is on it. So you can actually
talk show, like her talk show.
Yeah. So new episodes, old episodes, all of it. So yeah, she jumped onto that. I don't know who encouraged her or what the deal was, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it encourages other TV shows like daily shows.
Yeah.
There's a TV game show channel too, like so.
No,
yeah, I'm going to definitely be checking it out more.
Yeah.
Oh, Martha's here.
Oh. Hey, Martha.
How are you, Martha? We're just wrapping up.
Well, at least you came to see. You could see our final looks.
Yeah, where have you been? What were you doing? You're having a life? Shame on you. But yeah, so we're gonna. Oh, thanks, Darcy. We look great.
Aw, thank you, Darcy.
I think we look a lot better in the fairy tale palette, but
I
somebody's
know,
dealing
right?
with Canada Post, and I didn't want to lord it over you. I didn't want you to feel worse about your CColor shopping while I was prettying up with a fairy tale. But that is, again, releasing tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. on the coast, West Coast, if you're out that way. Wilma 20 is the code. Save yourself 20% and enjoy. And if you get it, let me know. Let me, post some pictures on Instagram and tag me in them so I can see what you look like. And also tag Saints, Angels, Sinners, because they love to see how their palettes get used, and they'll repost them as well. So I hope you all have a great evening. I will be reviewing Drag Race All-Star Season 8, so that video will be up by Monday at the very latest, which should be the next time I see you guys. I'm also, my next makeup and movies, I think, is going to be Death Becomes Her.
Nice.
I love that movie so much, and so many people didn't when it came out, and now it's become this cult favorite. And I think that Kate Hudson is doing a remake.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
And she's playing her mom's role. Now, one of the things about this movie that's very interesting was they changed the ending in the original filming. There was a whole storyline that involved a character played by Tracy Ullman, which they filmed. And she's even in the trailer. The original, if you search on YouTube for the original trailer for Death Becomes Her, Tracy Ullman's in there with lines, and she's not in the movie at all. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the remake, if they go with the original storyline or stick to the film as made by Ivan Reitman. But either way, I just adore that movie so much. It was that or Valley of the Dolls. And I think I'll do Valley of the Dolls after.
Make sure you have some.
But
really
after
big
doing
hair.
Sunset Boulevard, I needed to kind of pull myself out of that retro zone.
It was funny.
And
I
you
had
see-
thought I hadn't seen that movie, and then when you start talking about it, I'm like, oh no, I think I own that movie. How did I not remember? What the heck?
It's so funny, you know, because I didn't see it for a long time, and I think the reason was because I'd seen the Carol Burnett sketch,
Yeah.
and I felt I didn't need to see the movie. I'd seen the sketch because I'd also see the Carol Burnett sketch on All About Eve.
Yep.
And also the Mildred Pierce spoof. And really, if you've not seen the movies, you're going to get all the highlights from these sketches. It's very funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so oh, thanks. Yeah, everyone says we look awesome. Of course we look awesome. Look at who we are. But yeah, so there we go. I think we're done. Thank you all for joining. I hope you have a great weekend. Don't take any wooden nickels. Be kind to each other, but especially be kind to yourself, because you know what? At the end of the day, you're all you have. Just saying. Until next time, miss me. Bye, Chloe.
Bye.